Wukari, rising from the ruined. A town with rich cultural and great historical heritage, being one of the major routes of the Sahara trade from Africa to Europe, it serves as the headquarters of the famous Kwararafah Kingdom and later the administrative capital of the Wukari Federation during the colonial era, giving it the advantage of becoming one of the most advanced cities in Nigeria with one of the best architectural master plans, modern infrastructure and basic amenities, schools and hospitals. Though battered by the storms of conflicts and crisis for the past decade, it still retains the evidence of potential as seen by the structures of old institutions like the Divisional Library Service Wukari, established in 1975, the Water Board, the Telecommunications Mast of Nitel, Taraba State Radio Broadcasting Station and substation of the NTA, among many other government establishments. Far from being just a government city, Wukari was a center of great commercial activities and still serves as a major hub for the production and distribution of food and other agricultural products, not only in Nigeria, but across Africa and beyond. Today, there are signs of restoration across the land as witnessed by establishments of key developmental institutions like the Federal University Wukari, Kwararafah University, Open University and many more in the making. The Federal University Teaching Hospital also opened as a fresh corridor of the improvement of health sciences and services available for people in this region. With the return of peace and security, all is now set for Wukari to ascend to its destined heights of being a true channel of cultural, commercial blessings and the leading light of positive, productive and progressive civilization to indigenous people of the world. This can be achieved by unleashing the creative potential of the young generation, giving them the necessary platforms to create narrative that represents the true value and excellent moral quality of the Kwararafah clan, which is in dire need in today's world of rampant criminality, substance abuse, and other wasteful vices among the young population. So it's safe to say that resurrection of Wukari is for the redemption of its generation that is at the verge of destruction due to the scourge of corruption. And this is being championed by His Excellency Honorable Agbu Dauda Samaila, the chairman Wukari local government with the support of paramount leader of Kwararafah Kingdom and chairman Taraba State Council of Chief, His Royal Highness Dr. Ishaku Ada Ali, the Amataki train of Wukari. We're moving forward to greater heights according to the vision of His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Hello, good morning, our viewers. You are welcome to the Youth Hub on Tom TV, and I am your host, Glory Ademi. And today I am not alone in the studio. I have two amazing people that are here to share ideas with us and to discuss on our topic of today. So quickly, they will be doing a little introduction. They will tell you about themselves. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, ma. Ma, can you please, ladies first, please. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you very much, Glory. My name is Elizabeth Ageda. I'm a software developer, community builder, and a general realist. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation, sir.
My name is Oyewale John, an ICE engineer at Sun TV. Thanks
Okay.
for having me.
All right, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome once again. All right, viewers, today we'll be talking on a very interesting topic, and we want you to stay right there. Don't go anywhere, because the topic we are dealing with is a very important one that affects the youth and the society. So our topic of today is sex before marriage, healthy or harmful? Yes, sex, you know. That's what we'll be talking about. So we are having a little argument here this morning. Our auntie, Miss Elizabeth, says it is harmful, while Mr. John here on the other hand says it's healthy. So briefly, we'll be listening to their views on this, and then we'll know how to go from there. So I'll be starting with our auntie here, Miss Lee. Can you please tell us your view? You said sex before marriage is harmful.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear your view about that.
Okay, thank you very much again, Glory. Okay, so it's quite simple, right? I believe that there's a reason why sex was created. Sex in itself, it's not bad, but you know how it's been done is actually where the problem is coming from. Now, I'm going to talk from a Christian point of view, right? First, so if you go back to the beginning, why God created sex between the man and the woman, it was for a sole purpose of marriage, them being married, right? And then sex in itself is actually a covenant to actually, okay, so if you go back and then you are actually able to make researches and see that it's actually the relationship between the church and Christ. That's the same kind of relationship between the man and the woman, which is husband and wife, right? So sex in itself is actually created by God for a certain kind of arrangement, which is marriage. So doing that outside of marriage is actually going outside of God's plan and intention for marriage.
Wow, thank you very much. I believe viewers have listened to you. So over to you, Mr. John. You said it is healthy. So we also want to hear your own point of view.
Yes, what I would like to say about sex is something that is personal. It could be religious. It can be traditional, depending on the perspective you are looking at it from. But right here, I will not want to be religious on this basis, because there are so many things behind sex. You understand? So sex, for me, is very healthy before marriage. And if I will go by the Christianity way that she's talking about, there are so many things that have gone wrong with sex itself, because we try to be so religious and not face reality. We have so many issues in church that a lot of women are looking for fruit of the womb. A lot of women are crying that that their partner is not meeting up. So for me, sex before marriage is healthy. It will help you to save yourself a lot of prayers in the church.
Okay.
You cannot get married to, as the lady said, 1 minute man. Then at the end of the day, you are going there to cry. Or after some people have lived a useless life, commit several abortions, then I don't know about this. I get married to you, then I go to church and be praying for fruit of the womb. In our today's world, sex is very important before marriage. A lot of tradition before Christianity came. If you check the Igbos, they give birth to all their children before they go into marriage to make sure that the woman is fruitful.
Okay.
And sex brings companionship. It brings friendliness. Than getting married to someone you don't know. So into this world, it's very important you know your partner. Forget religion, forget whatever this thing. It's very important. Save yourself some prayers, please.
I believe, like she rightly said, she said sex was created by God, right?
Yeah.
Purposely for marriage. And then if someone is should get married, I think the best way is to go back to God,
Yeah.
the originator,
Fact.
so that he can give you the right partner. I think him choosing it for you, you won't fall into wrong hands. But that side, okay, I want to ask you, Ma, what are the potential risks you think, okay, if someone should engage in sex before marriage? You said it's harmful. So what are those consequences or risks that a person takes when he involves in sex before marriage?
Okay, thank you very much. So there are a lot of them, right? You know, as humans, we tend to lie to ourselves most times. Humans will not actually come out and rightly tell you the truth, right? So talking about the harm now, there are a lot, right? Talking about unwanted pregnancies. There are one. Talk about transmitted diseases. They are there. You know, sex is not actually just physical.
Sure.
There's something called, if you do neurochemical experiments, right? There's the oxytocin, there's the vasopressin. Those are hormones that actually get humans to be attached to a person. So imagine, especially this our generation and our days, right? There are a lot of relationships that have scattered. You can actually bear me witness, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's this theory whereby they say, for ladies, actually, I don't know that, but they said ladies actually, they hardly forget their first love.
Yeah, sure.
Someone they actually have sex with, like from the
First
ab initio. Yeah, so they are attached to that person. Now, the one cause of, you know, cheating and all of that actually stems from the fact that this person went back to their ex after getting married. A lot of those problems are there. While we lie to ourselves and say, oh, there's compatibility rather, you have to be compatible with this person. Oh, what if this person is 1 minute man? How did you know that he's 1 minute if you've not engaged in sexual whatever prior to that time? So imagine now, I'm actually have not had any sexual experience before, and then this person I want to get married to had none. And we get married, how do we know that, oh, this person doesn't have large size, this person is too wide, this person is actually 1 minute, and all of that? You see, this thing about I'm not satisfied, my spouse is not satisfying me, wouldn't be actually a topic to even talk about if we actually went with God's initial plan of living it within the context of marriage. Now there's emotional attachment problem, there's sexually transmitted disease problem, there's pregnancies problem, like a whole lot of problems. You see, trust within marriages, trust issues. Like, you cannot trust your partner because your partner has 10 body count, 1 million body count, and all of that. See, it makes us become emotionally imbalanced as a people.
Okay.
Those are some of the risks I can actually talk about right now.
You know, she's very right about that. You know, in Nigeria, basically, I think we have 2 basic religions. And then both of them, they say no to sex before marriage, actually.
Yeah.
That's why you see some churches, they go to run tests before marriages
Yeah.
to make sure that nothing has gone on between the both parties, to make sure that the bed is undefiled.
Yeah.
So, sir, considering all the points we have against you this
I
morning.
completely disagree with you because
Okay.
now you just mentioned the fact that churches go to conduct tests
Yes.
before
yes,
marriage.
Yes.
Why the test?
Because of how our society have turned out.
That
to
is
be.
what I'm saying. This the world today, the society today, the society we are in today. You better go into sex before marriage. Know who you are getting married to.
Okay.
It's far, far better for you. Like I say, save yourself some prayers. If you test someone that have had multiple abortions, the womb is damaged, then the church joins it, and in the name of the conductor, just HIV test. Then you start praying for fruit of the womb. What have you done to yourself?
Okay.
Sex is meant to be enjoyed, and it's also for reproduction.
Okay.
So, sex is for matured people. If a matured lady and a guy are in love with each other, they should know the risk behind it, which is pregnancy. And they should be ready to take their responsibility. So I believe this sex we're talking about, it should be in the context of maybe going into marriage. You understand? Not for immoralities. You understand? So it's going into marriage. Test your partner. I have a friend, a lady, that refused to marry a guy. That the guy is tiny. You understand? Our world today, so many things have happened that is not written on faces. So you need to know who you are getting. Just as you are checking a woman or a man's habit. Can I stay with him? Am I compatible with him? You should also be compatible sexually.
Okay. All right,
And
then.
you can bear me witness that in today's world, sex has caused a lot. It has broken a lot of homes. And you talk about religion. Yes, I will not counter that because you said major. You mentioned the word major, Christianity and Islam. You understand? But we have other religions who support this. Tradition supports it. Like, allegedly, like in Benue State, the way I was told, I don't have facts about it actually, that like the thieves, they steal their women. Let me not use the word kidnap. You take a lady away from the parents, stay with her for a while, you understand?
Yeah.
Before you come back. And these things in the past, they were doing it happily. Reproduction was rapid.
Okay.
So please, save yourself prayers.
Okay.
If you don't test yourself, you will run to pastors, pastor pray for me, pastor pray for me, and you'll just be wasting more time. So you need to test your compatibility as you're testing for. Yes, talking about STDs also. Definitely before you go into this with a partner, you go to a nearby lab or hospital, get yourself tested. If you're free, do it happily.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, we've heard a wonderful one from Mr. John. This is getting interesting. Mr. John is saying that you need to have sex before you get married. And there's something he said for two matured people. But in our community right now, most people engaging in this sex of a thing, they are not even matured. They don't even know how to cater for themselves.
You will come back to what I'm saying.
Okay?
People get into it early. You got a partner, you don't know her history.
Okay.
So you need to test how she's been.
Okay. All right. Very shortly, we'll be going on a very short break and we'll be coming back. So stay tuned with us. The moment we come back, you can call us to ask questions and make contribution. Stay tuned. We'll be waiting. Thank you.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Wukari, rising from the ruined. A town with rich cultural and great historical heritage, being one of the major routes of the Sahara trade from Africa to Europe. It serves as the headquarters of the famous Kwararafa Kingdom and later the administrative capital of the Wukari Federation during the colonial era, giving it the advantage of becoming one of the most advanced cities in Nigeria with one of the best architectural master plans, modern infrastructure and basic amenities, schools and hospitals. Though battered by the storms of conflicts and crisis for the past decade, it still retains the evidence of potential as seen by the structures of old institutions like the Divisional Library Service Wukari, established in 1975, the Water Board, the Telecommunications Mast of Nitel, Taraba State Radio Broadcasting Station and substation of the NTA, among many other government establishments. Far from being just a government city, Wukari was a center of great commercial activities and still serves as a major hub for the production and distribution of food and other agricultural products, not only in Nigeria, but across Africa and beyond. Today, there are signs of restoration across the land as witnessed by establishments of key developmental institutions like the Federal University Wukari, Kwararafa University, Open University and many more in the making. The Federal University Teaching Hospital also opened as a fresh corridor of the improvement of health sciences and services available for people in this region. With the return of peace and security, all is not set for Wukari to ascend to its destined heights of being a true channel of cultural, commercial blessings and the leading light of positive, productive and progressive civilization to indigenous people of the world. This can be achieved by unleashing the creative potential of the young generation, giving them the necessary platforms to create narrative that represents the true value and excellent moral quality of the Kwararafa clan, which is in dire need in today's world of rampant criminality, substance abuse, and other wasteful vices among the young population. So it's safe to say that resurrection of Wukari is for the redemption of its generation that is at the verge of destruction due to the scourge of corruption. And this is being championed by His Excellency Honorable Agbu Dauda Samaila, the chairman Wukari local government with the support of paramount leader of Kwararafa Kingdom and chairman Taraba State Council of Chief, His Royal Highness Dr. Ishaku Ada Ali, the Amataki train of Wukari. We're moving forward to greater heights according to the vision of His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State.
Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. So, we are moving on and we are diving down to the challenges that people face in this society. You know, people are scared of getting into relationship. People are scared of courtship now. Why? Because they feel I can't have a free courtship without sex. They feel sex is the weapon I have to use to keep the man, or sex is the weapon I have to use to keep her. So, our auntie here, Miss Elizabeth, says it is harmful. So how are we going to go on in this society that we are today? That there are a lot of challenges, that most relationship is bound on sex. How do ladies, and both ladies and men now, how do they cope? How do they overcome this challenge?
Okay, I think there are a lot of things that people can actually put in place, right? We can
Okay.
rightly start by saying setting boundaries, of course. So if you're able to come back, forgive me, I'm going to, because this is my belief, right? So it's not like I'm imposing it on anybody, but I feel that's actually going to save us a lot of heartache, emotional problems, and whatnot, right?
Yes. So
Boundaries. See, the reason why those kind of rules are being put in place, right, more like God's standard, is so that we'll be saved from even ourselves. Because humans, sometimes we do things abruptly without actually thinking about consequences until we face them. I mean, if God actually said, okay, no sex before marriage, sex is supposed to be in this context, He's actually looking out for us. There's a reason to why he said that. And you agree with me that a lot of these reasons, we've been saying it, right? So one way people who are in courtship can actually really save themselves is actually putting boundaries, right? Setting rules around how they like do things in their relationships. You know, I want to actually say something. I think before we started, I was talking about how I've seen my friends, right, in relationships, moving out from one relationship, getting into another relationship becomes a problem. Why? Because they've actually been entangled in previous relationships. Now, you are keeping a piece of yourself with that person, whoever you are. Now, imagine, okay, even in courtship, you are in a relationship with a person, planning to get married, but you're having sex, right? And then one thing happened, and then everything break off. No wedding, no marriage. And then you get into another relationship. Now, let's say you did that thing for 5 consecutive times. Do you know what that means? A piece of yourself with 5 people. Does it even actually make sense? Like morally, traditionally, I'm from Benue too. I don't think we do that in our... He spoke about Benue the other time, so I don't think we do that in our place. Yeah. So we actually have a rule of engagement, right? And so let me not just take much of our time. I will say, 1, put boundaries in place. Have counselors, of course, people that would actually you'll be accountable to, right? Yes. And yeah, I think.
you know, another thing I think is that you see this courtship and relationship, they are 2 different things.
Okay.
If the youth will learn to engage in courtship, it will be better for the society. You know, relationship, they mostly target as the period they know each other. But you know, courtship, the person is willing to marry you.
Yeah.
You guys are ready.
Yeah.
You know, you go to see the parents, and in that period of time, you discuss. Even church gives you rule. Don't stay in a place alone, a dark place, a secluded place. You find out that you are able to avert all these sex of a thing. But when you are in a relationship, they call it, I'm trying to know this person. You find out that you are engaging in sex. There is no assurance that that person is going to marry you. You are just doing it for.
And you know
that
the
period of
interesting
time.
thing?
Yes.
So one thing sex actually does to a person, maybe you start getting close to your person, you're getting into a relationship, you start having sex. There's something that someone said one time: if you start touching, you stop talking, right? So once you people are having sex, you don't have that room to learn about, okay, red flags. So does this person know how to communicate? How is their financial intelligence, their emotional?
Sure.
You forget all of those things. Why? Because you are getting attached to that person.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's another problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
I also disagree with the last point, because you see, like most people say, I think during sexual intercourse is the best time to discuss anything reasonable.
okay.
Never had.
Because-
That's new. Okay.
Because
Let's have
the
it.
man, let's assume the man is a temperamental man. That's the best time to calm him down and talk sense into his head. Sex is a big thing. It's very, very big. It brings companionship between a man and a woman. You can discuss better.
Which can happen in marriage.
You understand?
Yeah, sure.
See, you don't prepare in marriage. You prepare for marriage.
Yeah.
It's what you are going to do in marriage that you have to start doing. during whether relationship. See, me, there's a relationship, courtship, like you said, relationship, courtship. I don't see the difference in it. Because it's from relationship. When you discover your compatibility, you're okay with each other. You move further to say marriage, which you rightly call courtship.
Maybe we should
Whatever-
have dictionary
see,
definition of those
what-
things.
see,
I think they are different. They are actually
See,
different.
the
Relationship,
world is revolving.
courtship.
There are things that are said before.
but wait,
Just
don't
like
ch-
this
don't
adage that
change.
the biggest dog eats the fattest bone.
Yes.
The dog that ate the fattest bone is the foolish dog. The patient dog
Yes.
eat the fattest bone, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a foolish dog that ate bone.
No, but
Because the
those-
dog that
those
that
are
enjoyed
proverbs,
ate the flesh.
not
No, what I'm
meaning
trying
of
to tell you
words.
is that those proverbs, the world is changing. They are not.
Can we just do
applicable now.
a quick dictionary? Like,
They
what's
are not
relationship? What's courtship?
what I'm not telling you that they don't have different meaning.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is that you are doing the same thing in these 3 steps, whether relationship, courtship, or marriage.
Sorry, sir. We have the definitions here. He said courtship, a process of getting to know someone with the intention of marriage or long-time commitment.
Okay.
And their relationship is a romantic connection between two people which can vary in intensity, commitment, and duration. So that one, courtship has the intention of marriage.
So they are different.
They are
Hello.
different, yes.
Hello.
Good.
Sir?
Listen to me.
Okay, sir.
I never said they mean the same thing.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that call it relationship, call it courtship, call it marriage. You cannot go into marriage without starting a relationship.
Yes.
And you cannot start courting without being in relationship.
Okay.
Okay? So these 3 steps, you are just repeating the same thing. You are repeating the same thing. I'm in relationship with you. We are having sex. Then I said, oh man, you are sweet. I want to marry you. And because what I've been enjoying, because I now say I want to marry you, courtship, then I'll cut off from it. It's a lie. It's a lie. I keep telling you people, it's better you know each other. Okay, there's this relationship. I got to know about them. You understand? It took time. Maybe by the time, during their sexual whatever, before the lady agrees, the guy is tired. You understand? And once a man gets tired, he's going to come quick. Definitely.
Okay.
It's going to come quick before she gets aroused. And what happened? The lady was circumcised.
Okay.
So you cannot get her there. You cannot get her there until you play and become tired.
Okay.
When you are into marriage with such kind of person and you are the type that you are just oya. You understand? Yes. How do you go into marriage with such person? Of course, that kind of person can get her own type. You understand?
Yes.
So that is why it is very important. Test yourself.
What actually leads to getting married to a person? I believe it's love, right?
It's love, yes.
is actually at the core of whatever we're doing, the sex, the romance, whatever, right? Yes. Love. So if you love a person, you should be able to be patient enough. I mean, if you check the definition of love, right, categorically, there's patience within. I'm trying to
When you
learn.
are talking about love,
Okay.
when a flower is growing, you still need to water it.
Okay.
What is going to keep that love moving on? It's important. Sex is part of
Of
it.
course, no disagreement there. I very well believe. So I'm just saying, trying to like reiterate and balance your point of saying, okay, this person is circumcised. You get married to the person. You love the person, rightly so, right? You should be patient enough to look for, okay, ways in which we can actually get to move past this, ways to actually provide solution to
In the
that
first
problem.
place, if you are not compatible with such person, you shouldn't go.
What's
into
the
marriage.
meaning of compatibility again?
Compatibility
Yes.
is being able, you understand, to tolerate each other the way you are. If there's no tolerance, you know why I'm using the word tolerance is no human being is 100%, but you should be able to get me to a point that okay, I can manage you the way you are, not what I cannot take at all. You understand?
Yeah.
I cannot, just like I said, I cannot be with a circumcised woman. You know, when a woman is circumcised, she doesn't have feelings.
So
Her feelings takes time to come.
so
And
within
if I get tired within that period, there's no need for me to settle for that
within
kind
the
of-
relationship or courtship or whatever name we're giving to it, didn't you
Whatever
talk?
you call-
She didn't talk. She didn't say she's
See.
circumcised.
Let me
believe they should be
see.
room
Let
for
me
that
tell you
room.
something.
Communication.
No.
So without having sex, you
See.
should actually know she's circumcised,
See,
and
like-
you can
see.
say, okay, I'm not
Talk,
actually.
talk is just mere.
Okay, what does that
Practical
mean?
experience is the main thing.
No.
Because- no,
if
no,
you're able to,
excuse me.
if she tells you that she is circumcised, you should know that, okay, I cannot deal with a circumcised
I
woman.
might not
You
see-
let her go.
See,
Yes,
if I
yes.
wait
You
now,
mustn't get married to.
See, I might not have the experience of a circumcised lady without being with her.
Okay.
You understand? She only said I was circumcised. How many people really know what circumcision is?
But I believe a lot of people, we
It's
are
the-
married.
Yes.
We are married before to circumcise women, and they've actually pointed out those experiences
And
for us
those-
to learn.
Those days
So you
that
should know
are-
that,
wait
okay,
now,
a circumcised
those days
lady is
that you
hard.
are talking about. If you look at in the north or the Arabians, you understand? They always move around with tea,
Okay.
and those tea, most of them contain magic power. I'm sorry to say, ordinarily like Fulani women, as I'm told, most of their men, they take energetic things like those tea, you know, there are things they mix together to be able to get their women satisfied. And they actually circumcise them because they don't want them to go into early, as in all this immorality, to have feelings, you understand? To have sexual feelings at early stage and all that. That is why they actually circumcise them.
Yeah.
And this thing affects these ladies when they are grown, because the feeling is not there, or when the feeling actually comes, you can hardly satisfy them. So you need to take before you can get them there. So how do you handle that?
Okay, I think at this junction,
That is why some women cheat, because if
Yes.
their husband cannot satisfy them at home, they look for somebody, and they always believe that, okay, the younger guys, they are energetic, they get satisfaction.
Why? How did they get to that point to believe that, okay, my husband is not satisfying me?
That is why you should go into sex before marriage.
No,
You will know if the man can
that the
satisfy
reason
you
why they
or
know is
not.
because of them going to sex, having sex outside of marriage. That's why they knew that their husband. Now, I'm a virgin. My husband is a virgin.
Satisfaction.
How do we
No,
know that we are not
satisfaction
satisfying?
has nothing to do with whether you're a virgin or not.
No, it does.
It doesn't.
It actually
because,
does.
Okay, now you got married to your husband is a virgin, your wife is a virgin. You got married. At long run, you begin to know satisfaction. And when you start knowing that satisfaction, can it satisfy you again?
That's the only satisfaction you know. Now I eat Shola's shawarma. That's the only taste I know, right? I eat it all year long. Then another person gives me shawarma from Natu. I taste it. If I have not tasted Natu's shawarma, will I know the difference? No, I'll keep on tasting Shola's because I only want Shola's shawarma.
Madam, if you are telling me that, then as you are talking about the church settings, we should also check whether who you are cutting with or going into relationship with, going into marriage with, must be a virgin. How many people marry virgin? If
No,
you line up
yeah.
100 women here, if you lined up 100 women, the last one, 99 and a half are not virgins. The last one is almost a virgin.
You see, that's
or maybe
not-
she went through
That's-
rape or this
That's
thing.
not our
You
point. The
understand?
point
Yes,
is
that's
No,
not the
it's
That
a
is
point
sex
because
before
now,
marriage.
most of us, yes, sex before marriage.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know whether you're a virgin or not. Maybe you told me you're a virgin, and I went into marriage with you and discovered that I fell inside chokom. You understand? You're not a virgin.
Yes.
Then what happens to the marriage?
and that's deceit. The person deceive you.
That is why if you want to fight against the deceit, test yourself.
No, and then there's
Do it.
another narrative about like not getting married to a lady that has too many body counts, right? While a man can actually have a lot of body count. So
Yes,
with
yes.
who are you making those experiences with?
Yes, that's
You
not-
see
Another
that-
topic for another day, but
you see that?
let
Let me
just-
tell you something about this body count of a thing. We only expose what we are not supposed to. Sex is supposed to be secretive. It's supposed to be a private something. There's no man on earth that can sleep with a woman and say, I know her body count. If you don't voice it out.
So what's the
And there are some
choke?
people
The
that their
choke part
body
you
count is
did. You said if
uncountable.
you enter, you just choke on. What's the part? Because there are women that have
No.
larger, that is open.
You understand?
There are
See,
some
They can be
outside,
virgin and it's
yes.
open. Yeah. There's some people that have it tight. Some people don't have it tight.
well, I cannot say, medically, I cannot say anything concerning that. But you will definitely know whether a woman is a virgin or not.
Well, recently I was going through some questions like this, and then they were trying to look at how to avoid sex in the period of your courtship to your wedding.
Yeah.
And one thing that the woman said was that you need to have a good communication skill. Leave sex aside. You guys should talk. I
Fact.
believe everybody should know his libido.
Yeah.
Whether you are high, you
Or
are
not.
average, you are low. Now, in this period of courtship, that's when you communicate.
You see, the talking
And
doesn't do enough.
if you both love each other, let's say I'm a low libido, maybe my husband to be is high, I think there are rooms we can improve that.
Yeah.
It's not basically on the sex. We can actually explore and know different ways that we can
But that's what
actually
we, but
make
that's
it
what
in
we
the
are
wedding.
that's what we are
You
discussing
must
right
not,
now.
we must not have
What we
the
are
sex
discussing is
Before
sex.
we
the
know.
marriage.
So-
Yes.
See,
You must not have sex before marriage, before you know that this person, okay,
Yes.
I can
How
do
do
it
you
with
know?
him.
Because people
Get
take
married
drugs.
normal.
People take drugs.
Get married normal and see it for
no,
yourself.
see, I don't support the aspect of taking drugs to boost your whatever.
Okay.
Because what about the side effects of those drugs? If you check our daddies, our mummies, our forefathers, they lived well.
Sure.
They lived well because there was nothing to boost their system. And if you check in those days, most of the men married virgins. In fact, it was a taboo. It was even a taboo to get married to a lady that is not even a virgin. In that aspect, it's understandable. Just like you said, both of you are naive. You don't know anything. You just got into it and maybe you're going to build each other in that way. But in our today's world,
I mean, you are
You
getting
see a girl of-
back to our point.
Yes,
a
yes.
girl of 15, 16, 17, 18 has 1 million body count.
Yeah, it's true actually.
And after maybe some, people run to church when they are in problem. You understand? Then they suddenly become born again when they are in problem. And whether an innocent man or an innocent lady gets into such people's hand, then after your marriage, you are talking about prayers. Let's pray for fruit of the womb. Yeah.
So imagine that lady didn't actually engage in sexual immorality before marriage. All those talk of abortion, whatever challenges wouldn't be a topic.
That is why I'm saying our today's world.
And that's why we're trying to
You should
advocate
do
for
it
stopping
before going
it.
into marriage.
That's why we're saying
What
stop
we are
it.
trying to do is to prevent things like
And
this
happening in the future, because
yes, the mistake have
from
been done
our
already.
time
We
before-
can actually stop it.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if we are appreciating olden days,
Yes.
if we're appreciating it, those were the cautions they put in place to be able to
Whether-
get that
see,
thing right.
Whether you like
we
it or not.
we miss it here.
Whether you like it or not, we cannot go back to the primitive time.
No, of course.
Can you
we
stop
cannot.
using Android phone?
No,
Can you
that
stop taking flights?
it's not in those cases.
Can
You know what we mean.
Yes.
That is
We are
why
talking
keep saying
about
our
sex now.
today's-
We
no.
cannot go outside
No.
the context
See,
of sex.
things are changing.
We cannot
The
go
way ladies
outside.
dress now is not the way people dress in those days. Things are
fact.
changing and it will keep changing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It will keep changing.
Okay.
But core
So,
values
to save-
shouldn't change.
Say
Sure.
no. The value. What we are talking about is, you see, having sex before marriage doesn't mean you don't value the person. Doesn't
Okay.
mean it should be based on immoralities. There are people that have sex just to enjoy themselves. We are talking about going into marriage. Have sex before you go into marriage, please.
Okay.
Know each other very well. Am I compatible with you? Whenever I come home, is she ready? Can I continue while she's cooking in the kitchen? Can I do it in the bathroom? Can I do it everywhere? You understand? There are ladies that don't really like the sex thing. They just do it because, oh, maybe out of someone begging and pity. Let me just give him. You understand?
Begging
So
and
you
pity.
need to be compatible. You need to know who you are getting married to. Is she my type? Does she like sex as much as I like it? Or does she want it once a while?
Okay.
If you don't know all of these things and you get into marriage, there will be war.
All right, I think before we talk much further, let's go on this quick commercial break, and when we return, we'll continue. Stay tuned with us. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo, third son to the Kanai of the Ko Chiefdom, and a true prince to the House of Mayamen. At Tarif, we will not only be telling stories, but we will be reviving the very soul of a people through film. In September 2025, Taraba will rise again as we invite you to experience, explore, and invest in the greatest epic film ever in the Kumbo Legacy Workshop. And this is where ancient tradition will meet with modern transformation. Because at Tarif, we shall be celebrating the strength, wisdom, and heritage of the greatest empire that has ever existed in West African history. And tomorrow, we shall immortalize it in art, film, and in fire. So storytellers, stand tall. The legacy is calling. Will you answer? Welcome to Tarif 2025. Let the revolution begin.
welcome back, viewers. If you are just joining us, we are here at Some TV on the Youth Hub, and we are discussing a interesting topic: sex before marriage, healthy or harmful. So before we dive in, we have some comments here that we want to read. This one is from Iraboni Paul. He says, "Is there such a thing as love and its trusty sense? If someone changes and no longer embodies the very qualities that first draw another to them, does the love remain? What we often call love seems to be permissive on certain conditions or attributes, raising the question of whether it is genuine or simply attached to what one gains or admires in the view. Having multiple partners can reduce the intensity of imprinting on the individual. The brain releases bonding chemicals like oxygen in women and then vasopressin in men during sex, and which are designed to strengthen emotional attachment. With repeated bonding and breaking, some studies suggest the strength of these emotional ties may weaken over time, making it easier for some people to detach and harder to sustain long-term intimacy." Thank you very much, sir. And we have another one from Joy Ademi. She said, "No testing before marriage. Stamp." This one is stamp, no further explanation.
God bless
All
you.
right. We have one from Bridget James. She said, "When both parties enter marriage as virgins, abstaining from sex before marriage, it can help a positive impact on the relationship." Thank you very much, ma, for that comment. And she also said, this is from Joy Ademi again. She said it will be good for the topic to be continued. Okay, thank you very much, ma. So you can call us. There will be numbers displayed on your screen. You can call us to ask questions, make suggestions, bring your contribution. We'll be here at the studio to hear from you. Yes, and we have another one, Bridget James. She said, by abstaining from sex before marriage, couples can avoid bringing unnecessary emotional or physical baggage into their relationship. Purity can foster trust, respect, and intimacy in a relationship, laying a strong foundation for a lifelong commitment. I think someone also said, she said, if we do everything in the relationship, then when we get married, what will we do? This is another topic for another day.
No room
So
for
before we have
curiosity.
calls, I think Mr. John was saying something the other time.
Yes,
sir.
let me take this last statement that you just said, that if you do everything in relationship,
Okay.
what will you do in marriage?
Okay.
You see, sex makes you bond together.
Okay.
It brings companionship. Like I said, when you're having it, that's the best time to even discuss.
Okay.
You understand? Now, this sex we are talking about, it waters love. So even when you go into marriage with both sex and love, it's not going to end. You will get old and old and old loving each other. But if you don't know and you go into it, you'll be looking at each other's deficiency.
Okay.
And you want to taste others. The people that are saying,
Sorry, I think we have our first call. Sorry, let's put the call. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good afternoon. Please, I'm calling from Yola.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. You are live at the Youth Hub in Some TV. You have a question or contribution?
Yes, I have a little contribution to make.
Okay, sir.
Oh, okay. You see, the topic is a very nice topic.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most of the problems we are facing is based on religious matter. That is something we have to say, like what the other my brother said.
Okay.
To me, if you are prepared sex before marriage, if you are not going to do sex before marriage, then you go for medical checkup, proper one. Because I have an experience. A man got married After the whole celebration, he told his wife that he's going for God asked him to do fasting to do fasting for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, he went for 1 month. After 1 month, he went for 3 months fasting. And at the end of the day, the wife now discovered that the man cannot perform. And can you see? So
Okay, sir.
that's okay. So
No.
I prepared that one.
Okay, you
Thank
are
you very
for sex before marriage.
Yes, sex before marriage.
Okay,
Sex
sir.
before marriage.
Okay, thank you very much for calling, sir. Thank you.
Save yourself some prayers.
We have another call. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Yeah, good afternoon. I am Chief Doctor Uche.
Okay.
I'm calling from Yala local government, Cross River State.
Okay, sir. You have a question or contribution?
Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Oh, we lost that call. You can do it to call us back. Sorry, there is a contribution that Bridget did. She even joined Bible scripture for us
Okay.
that we can read. She said, according to Hebrews 13, verse 4, marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterers and all sexual immoral.
That is according to our own religion.
Yes, sorry, let's pick this
So
call.
let's not be religious.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Your name and where you are calling us from, please.
Yeah, I'm Emmanuel Bude and I'm calling from Yola.
Okay, sir. You have a question or contribution?
Yeah, okay, talking about sex before marriage. I want to say sex doesn't necessarily have to do with marriage because it is not everybody that wants to get married after all. There are some people who are not willing to be married. So does that mean they should not have sex because they don't want to be married?
Yes, please.
That is one. And then for those that are even willing to be married and have children, I think it is very important you should know if your partner is fertile or not. And the only way you can know that is by having sex first and know if your partner is fertile or not. And then some people will say, in this society, if you're having sex before marriage, then you won't be faithful in your marriage. And I also want to debunk that part. I want to debunk that thing.
Okay.
Because, in fact, there are a lot of people who haven't had any sex before marriage. But once they are married, they begin having other partners outside, other sexual partners.
Okay.
And there are people who have been having sex before marriage there. And inside their marriage, you tend to see that they become faithful. So you don't actually say or predict if someone can be faithful or not in his marriage because he was having sex before marriage.
Okay,
And also, sex is something that reduces depression when it comes to society, when it comes to individuals. Keep the matter of religion aside at this
Okay.
point. Look at the advantage of sex in the society. It reduces depression. That's one medicine for depression. If all these people that are committing suicide, they never see person wey go give them one better blowjob. If you collect one better blowjob like this, the thought of suicide no go dey your head again. You will know that there are good things to live for in this society. And then I feel sex is something that boosts self-confidence. You understand?
Okay.
Because it gives you that sense of being wanted. It gives you that sense of being desired. So when you walk in public like this, you don't feel that self-esteem.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Kenneth. I'm calling from Delta State.
Okay,
Warwick.
sir.
Now, what I want to
You are
get
live
into
at the Sun
promotion into
TV.
is
You
there
have a
are some
question or contribution?
certain things we should know when it comes to issues like this.
Okay.
People don't take it for granted. Every human being is made differently. And if you don't know your concept into sex, then how do you survive? There was a situation where some people who know, some people have small organs, while some people have big organs. And each one person is made that way. You need a lady that can take it. You need a lady that cannot take it. And when we use the word sex is just something in between the body. But you see a quality of a particular person and you like that person because of the team, the breast, and everything. For that marriage to go on, you have to look beyond sex, because when you get to the stage, a lot of things comes to play. Because that person you are staying with, you go this sex for the beginning of your life to many, many stages in life. Then what you do next is what is going to happen to keep this marriage. So at the end of the day, you know what to do.
Okay, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
So that, hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
So what I'm trying to make you understand is these things should be known, because after that, when you get to a stage, compatibility will not comes to play. You get to a stage, your wife says, you don't look at her, nothing. But your relationship remains, because your feelings for each other never die.
Okay.
You can stay without the sex at that time.
Okay,
Sex remains nothing. It's just a relationship, you stay and pray as friends, and you continue like that.
Okay,
You get to do your part.
All right.
That's my take on that.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much, sir. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? Sorry, you can call us back. Be waiting. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? Hello, good afternoon. Okay.
Your name and where you are calling from?
Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Jafet Jasin, and I'm calling you from Benue State.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Jafet. Do you have a question or contribution?
Yes, I want to actually make my point straight and very simple. I like what my brother is saying in the studio.
Okay.
There's
sir.
one particular proverb he said, a patient dog eats the fattest bone
Yes, sir.
with no nutrient. So you see, if you are definitely saying you're not going to test before you indulge in anything that has to do with marital affairs, definitely you're wasting your time. Because nowadays, in this Gen Z war, some ladies have used their entire womb and every other energy that they have to do a lot of things. So you must be very careful and ensure that that particular person is fertile. There's one caller that called, I think he said his name is Buje.
Yes.
That person has actually done justice to that particular question. And it's very, very important. Now, there are some ladies also that prefer a guy having sexual intercourse with them, so that it will also boost that confidence. Like you said, the confidence for you to face that woman and talk to her, it's one thing. There are some people that are normally they are very shy. So, but if they have that sexual intercourse with each other, definitely you will see the guy having the zeal, having the mindset to even talk to the lady, tell her this is what I want to do, this is what I this and that, like that. So please let us not remove sex completely out of this thing. Is very, very important. In every society, it's very, very important. Medically, it is advisable to have sex. Medically. So sex before marriage is accepted in our religion, anywhere, anyhow you want to do it. In most of the tribes, I think these other people from the east, that's the Igbo people, they try to make love with their woman. If you give birth, fine, they marry you, but if you cannot conceive, they don't have time to waste, because prayers like this now, we are disturbing men of God. We're supposed to be doing something different, not praying for all those stuff. So I think sex before marriage is acceptable. That's why we have sex education in school. They teach you what you should do before going into sex.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good
I'm
afternoon,
Grace
ma.
calling from Abuja.
Okay, ma. You have a question?
Yeah,
or
I've been
contribution?
enjoying your program. I love it.
Thank you, ma.
Okay. So I think a sex before marriage is a no-no.
Okay, ma.
Yeah. Reason why I'm saying this is because you guys have been saying Gen Zs, Gen Zs, Gen Zs. You don't look at Gen Zs. Our parents then, they don't get to know about each other. You find out that you don't even know the man, they will just connect you with the person, and their marriage tends to last longer.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? But these days, they are saying, okay, test the person before you get married to the person. But at the end of the day, the rate of divorce in this generation, I feel, is even more than what our parents are facing then.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly, ma'am.
So I am saying no to this, because if you say you will keep testing, you will end up, this person will test you and you'll be like, I don't think you're good enough for me. Let me go to the other person. At the end of the day, you might end up sleeping with more than 100 men. Or you, the man, you end up sleeping with more than 100 ladies, and you end up impregnating the ladies and not getting married to them.
Yes.
Okay, you are spoiling this person. Who do you want?
So you're talking about testing
who
the
do
lady.
you want her to end up with?
If she is fertile.
You understand? So it's a no-no. If the person says he's not going to wait, he's not going to, and give you a listening ear, you want to test you, let him go to hell.
Thank you.
Let him go to hell and burn to ashes. So thank you very much. I think that's what I have.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Ma, for calling.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, it's getting interesting. Okay. Yes, let's read what Bridget James wrote here. She said, the Bible emphasizes the importance of purity and fidelity in marriage, encouraging couples to prioritize their commitment to each other.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's put the Bible aside.
Okay, sir.
Not all of us are Christians. That is what the Bible, that is the way you are interpreting the Bible.
Okay.
So we cannot put it aside. You can. I'm actually believing the Bible. So you can't tell me to put the Bible. No.
No.
Maybe we can actually have our perspective.
Let's see.
It's not religion.
Let me tell you something. The most dangerous place to get the wrong person is in the church.
How?
I say it straight
Please,
with
how?
confidence.
How?
Because you see, the church is meant for the sinners.
Okay.
It's not meant for the saints.
Okay.
And you see different kind of human being in church pretending to be what they are not.
Okay, sorry, I think let's.
I have an uncle. He's been married for 20-something years now.
Okay.
Married a lady that has been everywhere. Till today, no fruit.
Please, where did you get that idea of church is for sinners?
It's for sinners.
How? Why? Where did you get it? I want to get it.
I don't want us to digress, but church is not for the saints.
I don't want people to get it wrong. It's not just for sinners. It's for every kind of person.
If you drag me into church now,
it's for everybody.
I might get something that will make me repent.
Everybody, as far as this life is concerned, everybody is
the church
dealing with one sin or the other.
A lot of people in the church
they are not perfect people. No,
they are pretenders.
They are pretenders everywhere.
Right. We are not.
They are pretenders everywhere. Church, outside,
see, 99%
everywhere.
of people in the church are pretenders.
99% of people outside the church are pretenders.
So yes, we are talking about the society. So don't bring religion into sexual or marital something. After all, Christians get married, Muslims get married, Buddhists get married.
So we can talk from every angle. So we can talk from the church angle, from the Muslim angle, from the sexual angle.
Please, sorry, let's pick this.
I think we can talk from every angle.
Sorry.
That's just it. You can't say you leave one angle and talk about something.
Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Ma. Your name and where you're calling us from. We can hear you, Ma. Hello, good afternoon, and your name and where you're calling us from. Oh, we lost the call. You can call us back. We'll be here to pick your call. So say you were saying.
I was in a church. A lady's bag fell.
Okay.
And what came out of the bag? Condom and dildo.
Okay.
And you said because I met her in the church, she's holy.
Nobody said that.
It's not everyone.
Nobody said any people in church are holy. Nobody said that.
The world today, don't act according to religion, because with the church, you meet wrong set of people and you go into something that at the end of the day, you keep running from one crusade to the other.
You are changing topic now. That's not the point.
It's
That's,
the point because
you can actually
I
you
have
can
my
see
ground
wrong people in the
sex,
church, outside the church, everywhere.
sex,
You cannot
sex
tell me that it's
is
just the
very
church.
important.
Very
before
important.
marriage.
It's very important, but you can do it
Very
inside
important.
marriage
All right, let's
only.
speak. Hello, ma.
Hello.
Yes, ma. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I'm
We are
back
live at
again.
Tom TV.
So, please, can you help me talk to that man? Tell him that in the beginning, God created.
Thank
So
you.
it's God. God has to be involved.
Yes.
You cannot
Thank you.
take
You can't remove
as
God from the
right.
equation. Never.
Let's hold on.
You
Did you say
understand?
God?
Let's listen.
No, God
talking about
created.
religion.
In the beginning was
Is
God.
God not
So
the
you
one that
have
say
to
don't
take
do
him
sex
aside.
before
Yes,
marriage?
God
Yes,
should
Can
be
you quote
aside,
that for
and
me?
you're
It's
saying nothing
plenty.
like
Hebrew
God should be
13:4.
When
aside.
God
God has to
created
be
Adam
involved.
and Eve,
Okay,
Okay?
let's calm down.
Huh?
Listen to
Okay,
the
let's
caller.
hear
Please
her,
help
please.
me talk to him that God has to be involved in this.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
sister.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma. Good afternoon, ma. Your name and where you are calling us from? Oh, the network is bad. We have
you see,
another-
And then, you know, a lot of people
most
that
of the
say,
people that
Sorry,
quote like
sorry.
this,
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma. Oh, we lost the
you know, a lot of time we talk about, okay, you are getting married to this woman, she's not fertile, you should test her. But how did she get unfertile
No, it's not just
in the
the
first
women.
place? And then there are
Even the men.
there are
Not- I'm
fertility
not talking-
tests.
I'm not emphasizing just
You
on
can
the
go
women.
and have
Even
tests.
the men. You understand? Just like someone, a caller said, a lady got married to a man. You understand? He's always talking about fasting and prayer, not knowing that the man cannot perform.
How is she not wise enough to know that I can test? There are fertility tests.
Okay,
You should
okay.
go
After
for
marriage, you
test.
should go for fertility
No,
test after
before
marriage.
it, before marriage. Why are you laughing? Before
Excuse
marriage.
me.
Let's speak
No, 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 no,
because,
no.
sorry,
We are
Before
talking about
marriage, you can
this.
actually have
Wait.
fertility
Yes,
tests.
hello,
Do you
good
know that-
afternoon.
They can test everything.
Wait, do you know
Before
that
these
today-
sperm counts, they will
Listen
count.
to
They
the
will
caller.
test
Hello,
it.
good afternoon.
Oh.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Do you know that even in today's world, they say,
Hello, ma. Sorry,
Okay.
Sister Brenda,
Hello.
really interested in this topic. Thanks for calling
Hello?
back. Yes,
Yeah,
we can
okay.
hear you.
If he's talking about fertile, okay, there are some couples, there are these couples, I've known them for some years now. They got married as virgins, but they don't have issue. You understand? They were not able to give birth. The woman was not able to conceive up till now. So if you're talking about that, I think it's not part of, you don't justify yourself with that.
Okay, ma.
Because there are some people that, even if you've been having sex with them, at the end of the day, even if they've never had sex, some, I think they need medical attention.
It's life.
It's not all
It
about,
happens.
okay, you always have it. It's a no-no, please. It's a no-no.
A
Talk
big
to
one.
him.
Very
Tell him
much,
it's a no-no. We
Thank you
disagree
very
with
much,
that,
ma.
A
and
big
it's not
no-no.
today.
going to, take over.
see, if you're
Thank
talking,
you.
if you're talking
Thank
like
you
this,
very
you have
much.
to make it. You have to make it holistic. Now, the church says before you go into marriage, you have to take a medical test, a test, and including genotype. Why are they looking for compatibility? Why can't you just marry each other, then pray and stay like that? Why the genotype test?
That's, if you're going to a relationship with somebody,
No,
I cannot
tell
be in a
me.
relationship with somebody without testing genotype to know that,
That is
okay, we
why-
are going
no,
to
you are
be able to
testing
get married.
genotype and you are
Yes.
using sex out of it.
Sex is a physical thing. Genotype is a test.
No. It's
You
the same
can't
thing.
no.
If you have
Okay.
faith enough,
Yes.
if you have faith enough, as you are being
Sex
religious,
is not about faith.
genotype.
Nobody
no.
spoke about sex being faith. There's no faith
sex
in
is,
it.
See, sex
Sex
is part
is
of your
actually a
life.
physical
Sex is part
thing,
of your life.
but
Yeah? And genotype is part of your life.
Okay.
You are AS, the lady is
And
AS.
then you have
They'll tell you
sex.
cannot get married.
Okay.
Because you may, at the end of the day, give birth to SS.
All right.
Okay, now you are talking about giving birth to children with sickle cell. What about you yourself, your state of mind? You discover that the person you are with is not sexually sound.
what
So you're all
happens
this
when
thing.
you
All right, I
after
think we have
testing
some
and then you
comments here
get
we
married
need
to the
to read. We have
person
questions
and the
here
person
now.
stops satisfying you?
Then what
What will
happens
you
in
do?
that marriage?
Okay, what will you do?
Fast spent. We
If
are
the
left with 5
person is
minutes to
actually
round up.
you are compatible with the person before
Let me tell you
marriage,
something.
right? What
When you're
happens if
talking
you
of-
stop being compatible?
No.
What
Let me tell you,
happens?
one thing about marriage is that
Yeah.
once you are compatible, you are growing older together.
Okay.
You are growing older together. A time will come, you will both be weak. And it won't be a new thing. It won't be a constant thing. within you anymore.
That's not justifiable. Doesn't make a
justifiable.
point. No, it's not. It's
All right,
actually
If
let's
you're able to
pick this
live
call. Thank
with
you
each other for
No,
30, 40
Hello,
years.
good
not.
afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Ali. I'm calling from Taco.
Okay, sir, we can hear you. You have a question or contribution?
Yes, I agree with the two people you have there as guests.
Okay,
To
sir.
to the extent that the reason why anybody will say sex before marriage is good or it is not good is for the benefit of the two people involved.
Okay.
Now, there are chances that you will see that sex that is not good before marriage is good in some instances.
Okay.
Depending on your spiritual belief and other perspective like that. I've seen people who waited for marriage before they have sex ended up having prostate cancer and other diseases like that. Even in female, if you stay long, if you're up to the age of puberty and you stay for too long without sexual intercourse, and the release of oxytocin and other chemicals from your brain is not discharged to some part of your body, there are chances that you become sick. And that becomes a bad thing. You understand?
Yes,
so
sir.
the whole thing is about empirically, based on statistics, based on the peculiar person. Don't generalize these things. There are instances where some people will not go ahead and not have sex and will still end up having problems. So the whole thing is based on the fact that look at it from your own point of view and see what works for you. If it is against your belief as a religious person, if it's against your belief, there is no need for you to go into it since it becomes a trauma for you according to your faith. But if your faith is going to lead you to be sick, it depends on the way you want to see it. That's what I want to see.
All right, sir.
Follow statistics, follow the trend, follow it in such a way that it does not cause problem. When you want to solve a problem, you cause another problem. That is just the point.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I think before we continue, I have to read some of this comment. He said, this is a good development, some TV. Thank you very much, sir. All right, let's break this down carefully from both. This is coming from Joshua Anderbe. He said, let's break this down from both biblical and moral perspective. Okay, he said, the Bible consistently teaches that sex intimacy is God's gift for marriage only. And he also quoted the same Hebrews 13 verse 4, 1 Corinthians 6 verse 18-20. Because of our time, we'll not read that long. Yes, so we'll go to what he said. He also said that health risks, premarital sex can increase exposure to STDs, unwanted pregnancies, and abortion-related trauma. Like our auntie here rightly said, holiness and discipline. Waiting until marriage encourages self-control, discipline, and respect for one's body and future spouse. Now we have one from Faith Yakubu. She said, sex before marriage is viewed as both unhealthy and harmful due to potential physical risks like sexual transmitted diseases and unplanned pregnancy, and emotional consequences such as guilt, regret, and mental stress from a health perspective. Self-sex practice can rely birth control or crucial to mitigate these risks from a relationship and emotional point of view. Thank you very much, Ma, for that comment. Okay, we have another call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you are calling us from?
I'm calling from Donga.
Okay, sir. You have a question?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. You have a question or contribution? Oh, sorry. Please, when you call, do well to turn off the volume of your television so that you can hear us and we can also hear you too. So I think our time is fast spent. We're having less than 5 minutes to wrap up from here. So I think this will be the point where we take our final words from. Let's start from Mr. John. Yes, what you would like to tell the society, the youth generally, about premarital sex.
What I would like to tell the youth generally on premarital sex is that when going into this, you have a partner, get yourself tested, and make sure you don't have any STDs. And if you can treat the ones you can treat them. You understand? So I'm still standing on the fact that sex is good before marriage.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that. So, Miss Elizabeth, can you give us your last word for the youth out there?
Yeah, thank you very much, Gloria.
You're welcome.
So, hi everyone. I would actually still continue to stand on abstinence before marriage, right? There's a reason why God created sex and why it's in the context of marriage. It actually saves you from a lot of things, like I've actually mentioned earlier, emotional stress, compatibility problem. And I would like to say the reason why you see that there's a caller that made an emphasis on the fact that, okay, there are certain kind of hormones that are being released like oxytocin. So if they are not transferred to certain parts of the body, is a problem for a lady. Now imagine those men actually not having those sex for free. Somebody said, if you're getting the milk for free, how do you purchase the cow? You don't buy the cow because you're getting it for free, right? Imagine these men are not actually having that free sex. They'll be challenged enough to get married. So there wouldn't be late marriage if you ask me, right? Yes. So abstain for sex before marriage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We want to say a very big thank you to our two guests in the studio this afternoon. They have done justice to this topic. And thank you all for your calls, for your messages. We read them and we believe that our society will be a better place for us in the future. Now stay tuned to us at Some TV and we'll be here again next week with another interesting topic. Same time, same venue. Please do enjoy the rest of our programs here on Some TV. I remain your host, Glory Adeyemi. See you next time. Thank you.